circle. Congratulations, Tyler, after the last 4 games. How good did this one feel tonight to get the W, and what did you do differently tonight?
It felt amazing, to get back in the winning column. We got 6 games left, so just trying to get ready for the playoffs. Every day is going to be a battle to continue to get better every single day. So, we like where we're at right now. We'll go to Boston tomorrow and try to get a W on Wednesday.
You talked about getting better. You got better tonight. You were out for those 2 games with the sprained knee, but you really did a nice job tonight balancing your playmaking and your scoring. How did you get back into your offensive rhythm tonight?
Just came out here and competed. My teammates, my coaches put me in the right spots, trust me with the ball, and I was able to make some plays early, and then, I was able to score and get myself going a little bit.
What do you think the difference tonight was Strus and Duncan switching places?
No, we got a bunch of guys on this team that can come in and produce. Max stepped in tonight on his birthday. Happy birthday, Max. And, just glad we got the W.
All right, congratulations. And as you said, a tough one coming up in Boston. Good luck on the road.
Thank you so much.
Guys, on his birthday, Max Strus gets a win after the last 4 games you guys have had. How good did that one feel, and what do you think contributed most to tonight's win?
Feels great. We really needed that. It was getting really dark around here, so good to be back in the win column, and good for our team to do that. But I think tonight was just defense. Defensively, we held them down, and that sparked our offense, got us in transition, and got us moving the ball with great pace. So I think the defense started everything for us tonight.
Spo back in the lineup tonight with a lineup change. How comfortable did you feel? How good did that feel to get the start tonight?
Yeah. I don't know what we're doing, or that's what we said we're doing today. So I'm just going to go with the flow, and whatever we're going to do, I'm going to do my best and do whatever I can, help the team win. So be ready night in, night out for whatever we're going to do.
You mentioned moving the ball tonight. You guys did that well. How does that help you, all of you shooters, get the ball and make those shots?
It's not only just the shooters. It helps our guys like Bam and Jimmy too, because when the ball moves, it creates space, creates lanes, and that they're elite at what they do to get into the rim. So when the ball moves and the bodies move, that just provides them gaps and space to get to the basket. So it's good for all of us, and that's really what's going to help us down the road.
You mentioned Bam and Jimmy there. Bam had his first double-double in the past 7 games. Both of them were just so aggressive at the rim. How important was it for them to get going tonight?
Yeah, it's huge. We need them every game. We're gonna ride off their back and jump on their bandwagon and go as they go. So they're our main guys, and it's good to have them back and good to have them playing well. And when they play well, we all play well.
All right, you finish up this homestand with a win, but things get tough. You've got 6 games left. You head out on the road, Boston next. What's the mindset going into this tough road trip?
Yeah, it'll be a true test Wednesday, see where we're at, after the struggle, and then getting a win tonight. So hopefully we stay in the win column and keep playing well and playing together.
Before I let you go, I know we don't have any birthday gifts here for you, but did you get anything good for year 26? Who gave you the best gift today?
This win was my best gift. I didn't really get a gift today, so unfortunately my parents weren't out here, but they sent their best wishes. But just this win was the best one.
All right, well, I hope you get some cake or a cupcake or something in the locker room. Congratulations and safe travels.
Some treats.
A lot to ask. I guess start with the rotational change, Max starting, and a couple of other twists and turns there.
Yeah, look, these are tough decisions. And there's a lot of different things that could work. We just felt at this particular time, that these moves may clean up some things, with the rotation. But those aren't, easy things. And I think we all just have to have, empathy and grace, for some of these changes for the guys that didn't necessarily play tonight. And an understanding that we have a roster full of proven, capable guys, and we're going to need everybody, particularly as we get this final push and get, into the playoffs. A lot of this is going to be matchup based, but for this particular time, we just, we had to do some things, and we'll just keep an open mind, to what we may need to do, moving forward.
Eric, it did seem like it was about more than one move, though.
Yeah, no, this wasn't a one move thing. We were very disappointed about the last 4 games, and this has been trending really, even before that while we were winning. And again, it's not an indictment on anybody. Sometimes, these things can be chemistry things. Sometimes it's just the flow of certain guys playing off of each other. So you can finish your question.
Yeah, no, I mean, to follow on that, it seemed like you wanted to get out. Well, a couple of things. You got Tyler out there with some minutes with Bam earlier.
Yeah.
It seemed like you subbed Tyler in differently instead of subbing in for the 2 guard. You subbed in for Jimmy. But then also additionally, it just seemed like you wanted to get more shooting out there at times with Jimmy playing more, I guess, at the 4. Were there layers to this?
There are a lot of different layers to this. And again, it's just one game. Our roster is deep, and our roster checks a lot of different boxes, which we feel you need in the playoffs. Each, if we're fortunate enough, to play multiple series, they have totally different needs and complexions, and we feel our versatility and our depth is really one of our greatest strengths of this team. But yeah, we just felt at this time, to be able to maximize the strengths of our, most skilled, most talented offensive players, we felt like these moves made sense right now. But, we'll be open-minded, to do whatever's necessary moving forward.
You often talk about relief points in games. What about a relief game during a losing streak?
Yeah.
How nice is it to exhale, at least for the moment?
Yeah, I think it helps, for everybody. But I don't mind these stretches. They force you, if you approach it the right way, to address things. These are things that we had been feeling for, a few weeks. And it wasn't a matter of a lack of effort or a lack of want or a lack of commitment. There's some things, detail things that we needed to address, and we're going to have to continue to address them and try to get to, another level, a better version. That's what every team is trying to get to, but we're not satisfied where we are right now, to where we want to go.
What does it say about how much someone is a hoop head that a day earlier they lose in the Elite Eight to Kansas in Chicago, and the next night they're at your arena, Jim Larinaga, taking in tonight's game? What does that say about him?
What an absolute basketball junkie. I love him. I absolutely love him. Not to go on vacation, not to think about anything else or go on a recruiting trip or anything, but to enjoy a basketball game. That's a guy I can relate to. I like Coach L. I wish I could spend more time with him. We have spent some time, with these chalk talks and everything. But, if I was a young player or an older transfer player, I would like playing in that program. They have a lot of fun, and they do it the right way.
Well, it's only one game, but what did you like about the offense and as far as just bouncing back from the...
we finally put some points on the board. That's been, frustrating for all of us. And we need to continue to get better. But, the ball and body movement was better. Less holding. We're moving the ball. Guys were able to play to their strengths. But it was less stagnant for sure.
Erik, when you're making decisions in the rotation, how much or how important was it to try to get, Tyler as much space as possible with shooters around him to maximize his ability?
You could say that for A, B, C, and D. I don't need to get into full detail, but you're on the right track there. There's some things that we need to, maximize a little bit more. That certainly helps him. That helps Jimmy. We've seen what Jimmy can do. When he has open spaces to be able to be creative and be able to attack and be able to make plays. I know he had 3 threes tonight. I love that. But he was in a lot of places where he can be successful and effective. but same, for Tyler and same for Bam and on down the line.
Regardless of the efficiencies and everything, Max and Duncan can do so many of the same things. With that starting unit, do you expect it to, at least offensively, operate and function differently?
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're asking. I want to be open to it. They are different players, so I want to be open to the possibilities of how it can look differently. They're both really important to our team. And I think it's easy just to put them in the same box. They're not. I just think, at this time, this made sense. But they're both really important.
Jimmy, how important and healthy was it for the team to get past the losing streak, to get back on the winning track, and honestly, to look like you guys and like yourselves again for the first time in a little while?
It's always good to win, especially at home. We made a few tweaks and got back to being who we are, guarding somebody, playing in the open floor, making shots, sharing the ball with one another. And that's the way that we want to look, and that's the way we want to play.
Jimmy, you did a lot of damage off the ball tonight, in addition to on the ball. How much does sort of your cutting, do you think, open up the offense for the rest of the team?
A little bit. Everybody's capable of doing it. Bam rolling to the basket, Tyler getting into the paint, Kyle down on the baseline, Tuck down there cutting, setting screens. I kind of just follow suit, get in where I fit in for the most part, and I think everybody does the same thing. You take the shots that the game gives you and you pass it to get somebody open. We did a great job of that.
Spo mentioned that some of the tweaks made to the rotation were done to maximize the strengths of some of the team's best players. What do you think the small tweaks that were made today maybe did for you and Bam and Kyle and Tyler?
A lot. It corrects a lot of our spacing. It lets everybody know where the ball has to go and where everybody's supposed to be at on the floor. And it just made everybody so much more comfortable just because everybody knew where they were going to be, where the ball was going to go, so there was no questions that needed to be asked. Was out there just, playing hard, playing together, and it looked good because we were back to having fun. But like I always say, winning is the fun part.
Bam, you spoke this morning about how you just needed a win, whether it was by half a point or 20 points. How good did this one feel after what this team went through over the past 7 days?
It feels my food going to taste better tonight, in my opinion. But definitely a great win. We definitely need to bounce back. Feel like we dropped 4 we could have won.
Bam, Max and Duncan they can do a lot of the same things. So with Max in the starting lineup there, are you guys running anything differently, or is it mostly the same, especially as far as you're concerned?
Nah, mostly the same. We watched film today, got our spacing right, and we felt like this was the game where we really needed to work on spacing and getting back to our old habits where we was moving the ball and everybody felt like they got a touch.
And when you talk about spacing, why do you feel like the spacing might have been off the last 4 games? Was it more body movement and off-ball movement, or was it more lineup combination?
Adversity. I feel like it was more so like this was our first time really being healthy 1 through 15, and I feel like in that stretch of 4 games, it was hard to get the right lineup for the right spacing, and I feel like today we got our spacing right, and we seen that it works, and guys start to believe in that.
Bam, how much of an emphasis was it for you to get those rebounds today, just to not let those extra possessions give teams life?
It was Max's birthday today.
Bam, can you speak specifically what space means for you? Because I think we talk about it with individual players, but what does it create for you in terms of attacking matchups when defenses have to honor that?
You got open elbows. I'm more of a playmaker, so if it's 4 guys in the paint and 2 of them are our men, we got to force up, bad shots, and there's no fluidity to our game. and I'm a big part of that. So having space helps me because I can get guys involved and also, assert myself.
All right, we'll go via Zoom to Christos Altas.
Hey, Bam, great game, great win.
Appreciate it.
At this stage of the season, how needed for you was a win in dominant fashion like this tonight, and how important is to bring your best basketball night in and night out?
It was Max's birthday, man. We dropped the ball on Cal's birthday, so Max was the next man up. So I feel like this great game from all of us was for Max.
All right, Bam, thank you.
Black Lives Matter, people. You ain't even asked a question.
They asked great questions. You yell at me when I ask.